I'm in a 1v1 scenario, and my teammates have already started writing GGs in the chat. It's not because I'm good at the game or anything, but it was because I just needed to stall time. And in 15 seconds, the bomb would go off and my team would win. With the abilities my character had, it was simply a guarantee. So, I aimed the arrow in the sky, ready to deal the finishing blow, when I realized one thing. I didn't actually know where to aim the arrow. I was supposed to memorize the positioning before the game, but as you know, I didn't prepare it. And now, I look like a complete idiot trying to find the correct tree leaf to aim at, with my teammates shouting my ear. Of course, we ended up losing the round, and I made the whole team look like absolute clowns, just because I did not do the preparation work. And even if you're not having digital warfare with a bunch of hyperactive teenagers, I'm sure there are times where you were underprepared. There were times where you wish you had an idea of what on earth was going on. Far too often, this confusion happens in class. And for the first 20 minutes of a lecture, you are scrambling to figure out how the content being taught is actually related to what you know in any sort of way. As a result, we forget most of these things because our working memory only lasts for about 30 seconds to a few minutes, and thus, since we don't remember anything, we always have to rewatch the lectures just because we could not take it in the first time. And this is why pre-study is important. Pre-study is essentially just priming your brain to take in the information and details during lectures or class time. We want to remove that feeling of what on earth is going on during the lectures. Going to class without pre-study is like having puzzle pieces scattered around, but having no clue of what the end product is even supposed to look like. You spend the first few minutes trying to figure out the picture that it's supposed to make, and yet it doesn't seem to make any sense. And after a while, you just give up and you might take a nap. But with pre-study, you have a big picture understanding of what is going on. You can guess how each puzzle piece, or basically each piece of information, fits into the big picture. And so, when it is lecture time and you're bombarded with details and information, you know how the information relates to prior knowledge, and thus your brain can see the relevance, and it is way less likely to throw out the information. For the many benefits of pre-study, it is surprisingly easy to do. Your goal is to only get a big picture understanding of the topic and be ready for the details when it is class time or lectures. The first thing you want to do is to browse through your notes, or to copy the transcript of a YouTube video or your lectures. And if there are no transcripts for the lectures, just watch them at 2x speed. All you want to do at this stage is to collect a list of keywords of the most important stuff. Maybe it is from headings, subheadings, bolded words, diagram labels, or words that you just deem important. Just write it down. Find out a little bit about what the keywords mean if you actually have not seen the keywords before. The next step will be to look through these keywords and try to find which are like the 3 to 4 main ideas of the topic. What is the common theme of these keywords? Are they all part of a certain system, or just describing the functions and importance of that system? Just like how cellular transport is just about how the fluid mosaic model impacts the different functions that the cell membrane serves. Or are these keywords explaining a process and its end products, which are then linked to another process, just like how photosynthesis links to respiration? You want to get an idea, a hypothesis of why the topic is important, and what the main points are. It would be a good idea to see how these main ideas are linked together, and represent it using a mini mind map. Or use other note-taking skills, such as using analogies, using visuals. By the end of pre-study, which should not take more than 30 minutes unless it's a really big topic, you should feel that you know what the topic is sort of about. Like, you don't know any of the details, which is correct. And now that you know the main idea of the whole topic, you want the details. You're actually hungry for the details. And when it is class time, you don't really get too confused of what is going on. And when the information comes in, you actually know where it belongs. Maybe it's on a mini mind map. Maybe it's another sub-chunk of it. And as a result, you retain the information